Okay, so this is my second time trying to do this reading because as soon as I went to pause the video, it cleared out everything that I had done before. So these are the cards that I had pulled beforehand, which is the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. And beforehand, a couple of notes I've been noting the last couple of days. I had asked specifically my guides to help me to process whatever it is that I need to process in order for me to reach planetary alignment, divinatory alignment, universal alignment, whatever, because tomorrow all of the planets completely align. I know I've been feeling it emotionally beforehand, so I knew there were some things that I needed to process. And this morning while I was on my way to work, I was listening to I See the Light, the song from Tangled, and there was a specific part of the song that I had heard, like I've heard it a million times, but not in this way, and it's basically the part of the song where they're singing, like, at last I see the light, and it's like the fog is lifted. And I feel like that fog has to do with, like, when I listen to songs, I get, like, pictures and stuff like that, and feelings. And the picture and feeling that I was feeling was, like, the, like, feeling of emptiness and loneliness, like, dissipating. And you're, like, able to see life in a new light, I think love in a new perspective. And if love is something that you've been waiting for or something that you, like, most desire and stuff like that, I think it's certain issues in your life, like, that have happened in the past that need to be processed and worked through in order for you to move on, because I think at this point in time, like, you are what's holding you back. You are your worst enemy. And like, I've had a lot of vivid dreams the last couple of days, but there's just, like, a couple of bits and pieces that have stood out to me. One of them being I had a dream about being bit by a black widow, and the area that I had been bit was my, like, right below my belly button. And when I was looking at my hand before I looked at the area of my belly button, it was, like, this area of my hand. And that has to do with, like, the reproductive area. So if it were my guess, it has to do with healing your divine feminine. And from another dream that I had, mommy issues may be something that's prominent within you, specifically surrounding your self-worth. And due to, like, it could be mommy and daddy issues, and seeing, like, you're dealing with your own self-worth issues, but you also have, like, all the pile up of people not treating you right growing up, or even still to this day not treating you correctly, treating you lowly. I'd say because I feel like part of this is specific towards love, I would say that there are tests of people coming back into your life to, like, they're not right for you, and you know they're not right for you. I don't know how to explain that better. Like, some of them might be new people that you've, like, never been into in that way, but you already know that they're not right, and, like, it kind of gives you the ick. Or it could be also past people that have done you wrong and now give you the ick. But one of the messages I had gotten from a dream, and I know that this is not an actual saying, but it said something like, the person that was talking to me had basically said, like, these are all just bricks in your garage. Basically saying that, like, the people who have done you harm in your past they're just faces in your past. It's not something that you need to continue to pull into your day-to-day life and allow it to affect you and allow it to decide what it is you do in your life and what you allow into your life. Because I think that there's a big part that has to do with, like, there may be self-love within yourself, and even, like, you may know that you have, like you're worthy of all these things, but I think that there's, like, an underlying insecurity that you're not deserving of it. And I think that that's what this Eight of Swords card is like, I do think that there is, like, with the Ace of Swords, I do see that there's success in whatever is to come, and I think it's coming very quickly, and I think that you're also having to process this very quickly. And I see that, like, there is fulfillment and clarity, and I like that at last I see the light, like, I see that in this card. But I think that there is a lot that is needing to be processed and let go of. Currently, with the way that people have treated you in the past, including your parents, which is not an easy thing to deal with. But I think that with all the previous messages I've gotten with love and with this, like, great desire for a certain thing to come into your life, I know specifically for me it has to do with love, and a lot of this seems love-like. I think that this is basically saying, like, I got a message on my For You page, I want to say yesterday, and it was, like, in a time where I really felt like just kind of being like, I don't care anymore, I just want to, like, give up. And the message basically had said, like, why are you gonna give up when you've worked so hard? Like, you're almost there and you almost have what it is that you desire, but you've done all this work and you want to give up right before you even get it. So, like, why are you gonna waste all your time? Like, I don't know, something about that, like, really stood out to me. But because that is the thing that I think is coming into your life, or my life, or both of our lives, or whoever is to watch this, I don't know. I think that this is basically saying, like, you may love yourself, you may send out good vibes and love everybody else and whatever else, but there is, like, a certain underlying sliver of yourself that doesn't feel like you're worth loving, and doesn't feel like you're worth it being taken care of, that you may have been told growing up that you're too much, or that, like, I think with you stepping into your, like, full authenticity, I think that that could be what is pulling up this certain feeling, is, like, a lot of it had, like, the child-like reminiscing of, like, childhood love, and I know that a lot of it had to do with, like, the way that you, like, fought for love in the way that you never should have had to. So this is, like, a message that in the thing to come, this thing is going to be fighting for love in a way that you've never had somebody fight for love for you in that way. But if you don't heal through these things to allow yourself to have these things come in, all it's going to feel like is, like, smothering and overwhelming, and your insecurities are constantly going to be at play. So this is, like, a message that these things are to come, and they're, like, a lot closer than you think, but there are pieces of you that you need to work through and process. Otherwise, this thing that's to come is just going to be terrifying for you, and you're not going to be able to enjoy what's to come. I hope this helps. That's all I have to say.